1972. There seems to be a French connection here as well, as the script is by one Arnaud Dussault, unless, of course, Arnaud Dussault is actually a pseudonym. Wasn't David Hare writing biker movies around this time in order to pay his way through socialist realism polytechnic? I think we should be told. The film stars George Sanders and Beryl Reid, though both appear far too infrequently in my opinion. The bulk of screen time is devoted not to George and Beryl, but to a biker gang appropriately named the Living Dead. Appropriately, since they are led by a deceased biker who has been buried astride his cycle.
Tom! And another thing. You can only die once. After that, nothing and nobody can harm you.
Oh, man, what are you waiting for?
All of which leads to some fine out-of-the-grave stuff, none of it quite in the league of the fantastic nightmare sequences of Hammer's Plague of the Zombies. Psychomania, it is not clear why the film is named this, was directed by one Don Sharp, an Australian director who also made Witchcraft and The Face of Fu Manchu for Hammer. Face of Fu Manchu, with Christopher Lee as the demonic doctor, was in my opinion a far better, more inspired film. One can only hope that the tide of political correctness has not prevented Lee and Boris Karloff's portrayals of the fiendish Fu Manchu being washed ashore occasionally on our late-night screens. But let there be no mistake. Though it is nowhere near as good as Girl on a Motorcycle, Psychomania is a worthwhile freakoid film with some fine characterizations. Gymkhana girls meet brutish bikers and some outstanding lines of dialogue. To wit, anyone taking a Maximus Leopardus from a graveyard is either foolhardy or ignorant. It's a good mix of late 60s and early 70s Hammer and Amicus horror films and the American biker flicks of the same era.
What the blazes? What's going on in there? They just rode. I want to have a talk with you two. Where did you get these machines?
Tom?
Well, have you made up your mind yet?
Yes. I'm coming with you.
If only Harold Pinter had worked harder on the script, I say all would have been well. True fans of this movie will want to order copies of the soundtrack with its theme song, Ridin' Free, sung by Harvey Andrews.
He really got it on. He rode that sweet machine just like a bomb.
Everyone else will not.